Around 2 in the morning, rest is getting harder.
Hello, welcome, Devil Sniper here, and today I'm bringing you episode number 14 of our career mode with West Ham United, and we're going to get straight into it with a home game against Middlesbrough. As you know, we are top of the table on 18 points. Everton in second place on 13 points. This is a big game. We really need to be taking 3 points against Middlesbrough and show that, you know, we're here for the long stint. We're here for the season, that we can keep up this fantastic run of form that we're currently on. But before we get really into the episode, I've got to say at the start, the camera settings are just weird. They're just strange. They're not my actual camera settings, and we're forced to make a substitution, and then all of a sudden the camera settings go back to sort of default, which is really bizarre. As you can see, top scoring teams, we are free scoring. Stoke have 10, Palace have 11, Spurs have 11, Everton have 12, and of course we have 13. The big question is, will Zaza start stepping up to his top billing? Can Filippo Bonaparti get the best out of him? It's a big question. The team we are going with is a wonderful squad full of depth. Zaza up top, of course, the fantastic trio that is Antonio, Payet and Feghouli, who are just setting the Premier League on fire. Looking at the Middlesbrough team, you can't underestimate them. You can't overestimate them, I was going to say, but you can't underestimate them. They've got Victor Fisher, who's a talent, came from Ajax. They're just generally a really solid team, and if you don't take them seriously, you could be punished. And as you can see, this is the camera settings I'm talking about, which is just completely weird. It actually looks quite nice if you're watching the game, but actually playing the game, they do not look nice. And you would have just seen there, Creswell goes down. An absolute nothing. He bumped into a player and he's gone down. That means we're going to have to make a substitution. And thankfully, we had to make the substitution. It sort of reset the camera settings, which was really good. So we are forced to bring on Arbeloa. Hopefully Krezes is not out for too long, as it's Middlesbrough with the ball. Ramirez bringing it forward, knocks it into Darun. Darun on the edge of the box, holding up the ball, holding up the play really well, feeds it back into Clayton. Clayton spreads the play to Stuani. Stuani trying to go to the byline, cutting back inside. Great cross to the back post, but Randolph is there with a simple clearance. And it's this time it's Zaza holding the ball up, looking for the run of Payet. Payet makes the run inside to Payet. Payet one-on-one with the keeper. He goes for the audacious chip, and that is an absolute waste of a gilt-edged opportunity. And you can see Filippo is absolutely raging at that opportunity. A one-on-one with the goalkeeper. You've got to slot the ball home as Mark Noble going down the right-hand side, picks the ball up, holds it up really well. Great play there, knocks it inside to Feghouli. Feghouli onto Zaza. Zaza dropping deep, holding the ball up, plays a delightful ball into Arbeloa. Arbeloa with the shot. Arbeloa skies it over the bar. That was a fantastic move by West Ham, but again, is another opportunity that has gone to waste as Feghouli plays the ball into Dimitri Payet. Payet cuts inside with some fantastic skill, has the shot, and puts it wide off the far post. West Ham at this moment in time are dominating the game, but not taking their opportunities, and Filippo looks absolutely disgusted as Stuani brings the ball down on the right-hand side for Middlesbrough, looking to get the cross, digs the cross out, defensive header, no, that was lucky there. It was the Middlesbrough player who got the header, but he headed it straight out of the box as Victor Fisher picks it up 25 yards from goal, 30 yards from goal, just holding the ball up, holding off Nordved, showing his strength. Great play there. The ball's fed into Ramirez. Ramirez opens up the space, plays it into Negredo. Negredo finds a gap, and Negredo punishes West Ham with a fantastic goal with his left foot. Great play there from Victor Fisher, holding up the play, showing that he's really got some strength and keeping West Ham at bay. But that was a sloppy goal to concede. And when you consider West Ham's chances in that first half, Filippo Bonaparti is not going to be the most impressed manager as we come out from the second half. West Ham kicking from right to left. Can they show their champion pedigree? Can they show that they need to be champions, that they deserve to be top of the table? Zaza gives the ball to Nordved, but Nordved gives the ball away, somehow gets it back, has the shot, but that's a simple save for Victor Valdez. Nothing really special there as Fabio brings the ball forward for Middlesbrough down the left-hand side, plays a delightful ball into Fisher. Fisher with time, space, gets across straight away to the back post. Stuani by himself. Oh, that's a gilt-edged opportunity as well. He snatched at it. He completely snatched at that opportunity. It's a great shame because that could have put Middlesbrough 2-0 up and out of sight, but it is Dimitri Payet with a free kick. Can he stick it in? Oh, he's just put it wide. Fantastic free kick, but again, A player of his class should be nestling that in the top corner, and unfortunately on this occasion he does not, as again it is Middlesbrough on attack. Downing, they're unrelenting. Cross, back post, Stuani left by himself, just completely left. Arbeloa didn't do anything, and a mix-up. Oh my days, West Ham have just imploded. A defensive mix-up. Arbeloa just let the ball fly over him. He did not react. He did not look to react. The cross was put back in. Defensive mix-up again between the centre-back and the goalkeeper has caused West Ham to concede, and they're trailing 2-0. Not much time left. Reece Oxford picking up the ball. Centre midfield, drifting forward. Nice piece of skill. Tries to play it through to Dimitri Payet. But Middlesbrough have been solid in this second half. A bit of a dodgy first half. They've been solid in the second half as the referee blows that whistle and they come out rightful 2-0 winners. The final score, West Ham 0, Middlesbrough 2. Unbelievable. And of course, Aaron Cresswell has suffered a broken ankle. Now, if you re-watch what happened, there was no tackle. It's just literally walks into a player and he snaps his ankle and he's out for 3 months. 3 months. That's ridiculous. 3 months. So it's time for us to bounce back after a really poor defeat against Middlesbrough, where we had the opportunities to take the lead. We had 3 gilt-edged chances and we wasted 3 gilt-edged chances and we ended up losing 2-0. Is not acceptable. The face of Filippo Bonaparti looking, I would say looking stressed at this moment in time after that defeat, because that was a sloppy defeat. We're going with a 4-3-3. Antonio and Ayew on the wings. Payet still sitting in that cam. Nordvet and Noble doing a defensive midfielder job. And Zaza. Filippo is sticking with Zaza at this moment in time. How much longer can he stick with Zaza if he's not scoring the goals? As of course the game is underway. West Ham will be kicking from right to left as Crystal Palace bring the ball down the left hand side. Starting to open up West Ham. Delightful ball in. Benteke going for the header, but Randolph read the situation and made a simple save as Ayew has the ball in the centre of the park. Spreads the play out to Antonio. Antonio with a nice piece of skill. Has time, but he gives the ball away. The ball's regained there by Dimitri Payet, but Crystal Palace are showing such resilience at this moment in time as Jay Ward down the right hand side into Zaza. Zaza has the ball, teasing the West Ham defence. Looking to tease as he breaks into the box, going towards the byline. There's a great defensive block there by Arthur. Arthur again with a block, greedy with a block, but he gives the ball away. Unbelievable. Ward with the ball for Crystal Palace, dominating them. Oh, Benteke with a header onto the bar and a goal line clearance there from Ogbonna. West Ham are looking extremely ropey at the back at this moment in time. Extremely ropey. They don't look like they know what they are doing. The best defensive record in the Premier League is seriously under attack as Zaza brings the ball down the right hand side, drifts the ball in. 1-0 to Crystal Palace. Puncheon, I believe, got on the end of that. Fantastic header. West Ham are really sloppy yet again, giving too much space, too much time to Zaza down the right hand side, and he punished them with a delightful ball in as West Ham retake the kickoff, trailing 1-0. And Filippo Bonaparti, you can see the anger in his face as again Zaza finding space against West Ham. Ward with the cross. And that's a good half. No, it's not a half-decent clearance. The clearance was awful. Again, what is going on with West Ham at the back? They don't know what they're doing. They really do look quite ropey. And thankfully, the first half has concluded. And it is Crystal Palace 1, West Ham 0. 34th minute goal by Puncheon. And straight away, Zaza has been taken off by Filippo Bonaparti. He's brought on Feghouli. He does not look happy. His players were out 3 minutes before the kickoff. On the pitch, ready to rock and roll. Filippo must have really laid into him as Dimitri Payet played a delightful ball into Ayew. And Ayew has been brought down. It looked like Delaney got the ball there, to be fair. I think the referee's being a little bit harsh. I think he got the ball. Oh my days, he sent off Delaney. That is a ridiculous decision from the referee. That is a ridiculous decision. You'll see from the replay, we're pretty sure that Delaney got the ball and it was Ayew who was just continuing his run who went down afterwards. As Delaney comes in, he's got the ball. And Ayew's gone down. That is a ridiculous decision. You can see why Pardew is absolutely outraged. But could this be the moment? Dimitri Payet stepping up. The bit of luck West Ham needs. Oh, Mandanda with a world-class save. He had no right to save that. How did he get to it? That was ridiculous. Dimitri Payet with a beautiful free kick. And that Mandanda at full stretch gets it with his literally his fingers, and Filippo Bonaparti is showing not only his frustration and anger, but how much passion he has for the club. As Winston Reid again, dodgy defending, Kabai's made it too. This is ridiculous. The defensive errors at the moment coming from West Ham are just outrageous. They look like they literally cannot defend. It is awful play from West Ham as Dimitri Payet has played through. He's got time. He's got space. He cuts back inside. Surely he's going to score. Into Andre Ayew. It's 2-1. There's 7 minutes to go. Can West Ham rescue this game? Can they rescue a point? Will they rescue a point? Great play from Payet. He has been a bit of a thorn in Palace's side, but Ayew has been absolutely fantastic. Always looking to get on the back of players. Always trying to find himself in space, and he's rewarded with an easy finish. And that's a bit of a tackle there from Mark Noble. Pardew looks absolutely outrageous. Not even a yellow card coming towards Noble, and he definitely didn't get the ball there. But again, it's Palace on the attack. Zaza down that right-hand side. He's found space all day long. Winston Reid controls it, and they nearly balls it up again. But thankfully for West Ham, the referee blows the whistle, and that's their second defeat. They slumped to a 2-1 loss to Crystal Palace. I'm not sure Filippo Bonaparti is going to be happy. I'm not sure the fans are going to be accepting of such ridiculous defending. And of course, we have to do the man of the matches. And to be honest, really, do we have to do man of the matches against Middlesbrough? Even though we did not win and we slumped to a 2-0 defeat, Dimitri Payet was phenomenal. He was causing them a lot of problems. Didn't have the best game. Should have taken that gilt-edged chance and didn't. And he's been spoken to about that. So hopefully that won't happen again. Andre Ayew, he played really, really well. He's filling me full of joy. Hopefully he can come to fruition in the rest of the season. But yes, he will get man of the match. And that's where we're going to leave it, unfortunately.